Hey, welcome to Beat Off Sessions with William Toro. No, I'm gonna start my own Beat Off podcast. No, I'm just.
What's
Today
the
is a twist. You gotta
podcast?
get a twist.
Is it like a thing where you just beat off like on video, or you talk about beating off?
Well, yeah, you gotta talk about different techniques. You gotta do the twist and doing that. No,
You can shout.
Is it basically porn at that point?
I don't think so. I think if you're physically beating off, yes, then.
When does porn become porn?
Yeah.
The second you're paid, I guess. Otherwise, it's just like a video diary, you know? If you're not getting paid. See, that's like you pick up a hooker. You just gotta film it, because then you can say, we're just making amateur porn.
That is true.
It's not illegal, officer. I don't have a permit yet.
It's in the mail.
It's coming.
So am I.
You get the mail. This is the Taking You Back podcast, guys. Thank you for joining us. Sorry we're jumped right into masturbation, but hey, Will's here, so that's what you get.
We'll talk about
buttholes.
We'll talk about the chocolate starfish. No.
Last week it was buttholes. This week is pee holes. So.
Got to keep the whole train going, man. No.
Sarah's not with us today. I'm joined by Will and Emily today. Sarah will be here next week. She'll give her opinion on Super Troopers, which we're covering today, the 20-year anniversary. Like we said the other day, because of the weather and stuff, it's been crazy, and unfortunately, Sarah can't be with us today. You know, all the snow and stuff. And man, it was crazy here. We had blackouts, and then then the electric company actually turned the power off on purpose.
Why do they do that?
To avoid like the power blowing out altogether. So they actually did like a controlled shutdown or something they called it.
Oh.
Which they didn't tell us ahead of time.
What the fuck?
Just came home, power was off, and called them. They were like, "Oh yeah, it'll be back on in like an hour."
The fuck?
So they didn't even bother telling anybody they were shutting off. They just shut it off.
I mean, it wasn't on for too long, only hour and a half.
Like an hour and a half.
But still, it would have been nice to be aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Taking You Back podcast. Welcome to the podcast, guys. You heard what's new. Will's beaten off. We're losing power.
Woo!
But you can find us on social media. We're at Midnight Evil Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's Pod, P-O-D. You can find us on Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Spotify. You can find us on Anchor. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram even. We're all over there. We're all over social media. And, we're going to jump right into some news stories here. Will, do you ever watch any of the Jackass movies or TV show back in the day?
I remember watching a lot of the TV show. I saw maybe the first 2 movies.
I think there was 3 or 4 movies because they did the 3.5 or something like that. Or...
Yeah, I think I remember only seeing like 1 or 2 of them.
There's Bad Grandpa.
Yeah.
Emily, did you see the TV show at all? The movies at all?
I think I might have seen parts of the first movie, but other than that, I haven't seen any of them.
You guys are making me feel old, man. This was all over TV when I was growing up, and I've seen all the show. I've seen all the movies, well, recently they started filming Jackass 4, and I believe like Johnny Knoxville and somebody else, I forget. They already ended up in the hospital. Week 1, Steve-O, I think.
Oh, wow.
Week 1, Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville ended up in the hospital, and now they kicked Bam Margera off the movie for substance abuse on set.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. I think he's a skateboarder, right? And he does these TV shows and being a skateboarder. Probably between that and Jackass, you probably got a lot of fucking old injuries, honestly, that just nag you.
Yeah, which is funny because they still pay him to do that.
And I highly doubt he's the only one there abusing substances. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So to kick him off the movie for it.
As someone who isn't like as involved in the series, I I don't know what substances he is abusing, but I feel for him because he was saying that he helped with a lot of the skits and
Yeah,
helped
he
write
wrote
them.
most of the movie. He said.
Yeah.
So I do feel for him. I don't know the full situation, but I'm sure it's not a good feeling to be kicked off the set of a movie.
Yeah, he said he wrote most of
the movie. Is he not getting paid for it?
Well, I think if he gets, I don't know. I mean, he got thrown off. I don't even know if they'll include his stuff in the movie. Like maybe they'll just cut him out completely.
It sucks, man. He's been part of that group for a long time.
Did you ever watch Viva La Bam at all growing up, Will?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, I love that show. I don't think Emily's seen it, right?
No.
That's a show I got to go back and get. You can still find it on DVD, I think, on Amazon and stuff. But I told her about some of it. You know, the Treetop Casino and Don Vito.
What was his dad's name? Phil or some shit
Phil.
like that.
He would just go into the room while Phil's taking a shit and start beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
It's messed up.
Man behind the, or when what was he put the alligator in his mom's house and
That's dangerous.
like a live alligator.
Yeah, the shit he got away with. Nah.
He built a fucking moat around his house and had a demolition derby in his front yard.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he paid for all that, didn't he?
Yeah, well, they threw him out of the town too. Remember, they kicked him out of the township or something like that.
I think that's why his parents didn't really give much shit because he was the one paying for all that anyway.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And then if he broke anything, he paid for it again.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, if I had a son that did all that shit, as long as you're paying for it, leave me the fuck alone. Like,
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that was the time and age though when MTV actually showed good TV shows back in the day. Now they don't have many.
I think the only thing they have now is like ridiculousness and like Catfish.
The Challenge.
Yeah.
America's favorite show. Speaking of America's favorite show, The Challenge, The Real World Revival coming to Paramount Plus.
Gross.
You excited, Will?
No.
MTV's signature unscripted franchise, The Real World, is coming back. It's kicking off March 4th on the Paramount Plus relaunch. Or the rebrand, I'm sorry. They're rebranding it from CBS All Access to Paramount Plus. But the new season is supposed to reunite the entire original cast from New York, like 30 years ago?
Oh, damn.
So the entire original cast is supposedly coming back and talking about how everything happened to them and what they went through and how they blew up to be, famous overnight because this show became a massive hit, especially when Real World first came out. It was a massive hit back in the day. But they just relaunched Jersey Shore recently, so hopefully this one will. They tried relaunching Real World a couple years ago. I think they tried doing it on Facebook Watch, which nobody fucking knows how you even watch that or where to find it or what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Hopefully this one goes really much better than the last one did. Will, you gonna watch The Real World? What do you think?
No, sorry.
He said, hell no, I ain't watching The Real World.
I had no interest in any of those like reality shows and.
Come on, they're cheesy, but that's what makes them.
I know. I never care. I mean, dude, I don't even watch cable anymore. Like,
I don't have cable, but I have all these sites.
yeah,
Streaming things, and they all have the reality shows on there.
I don't care for any of it. I'm sorry, I just don't. Like, if it was like watch Real World or any of the other shit or watch anime, I'm sorry, I'd just rather watch anime. More compelling. Sorry.
And chasing dragons.
Hey man, you got to.
Gotta chase that dragon. Emily, do you think you're gonna watch The Real World, the revival?
Yeah. I mean, I just started watching The Real World because I am a fan of The Challenge. So I think I will watch the revival. It'll definitely be interesting to see all these years later, all these people come back together.
Yeah, I'm most excited for Eric Nies. He was my favorite one from the original season. He would go on to host a couple of challenge seasons back in the day with Mark Long. So good to see Eric come back to TV. He hasn't been around since whatever the last season of the challenge he was on. I'm glad to see him come back. It's good to see some of these OGs come back to the real world. Hey, the Real World OGs is supposed to come out too. The The Challenge OGs is supposed to come out one of these days.
Yeah.
Now Mark Long's been working on that for a while. Hopefully that'll come to fruition. But speaking of more throwbacks, they're making. Turns out they're making a Clue animated series. Did you hear about this, Will? I think Clue is going to become an animated series over at Fox Entertainment.
I don't know. I was a fan of the movie because I love Tim Curry. But I don't know.
Love Tim Curry.
Who doesn't love Tim Curry?
This is America. If you don't love Tim Curry, you better get out.
You know, it's funny because there's somebody once said like you can judge someone's character by where you first saw Tim Curry.
Well, It.
Really?
It was definitely the first Tim Curry movie I saw.
It, then Rocky Horror, then Clue, probably.
It, and then Clue, and then Rocky Horror.
No, for me it was Clue, Rocky Horror, and Congo.
Actually, yeah, now I think about it, Congo might have been the second movie after It.
Yeah.
I forgot he was in that because I saw Congo in theaters when I was a kid. What was the gorilla's name? Amy?
Yeah.
I think it was, right? Amy?
Yeah, it was Amy.
The talking gorilla. You ever see this, Congo?
I don't think I've seen this.
Isn't Ernie Hudson in it?
Yeah.
So the warden from Oz is
Yep.
one of the stars in it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the name of the female lead? I can't remember.
I couldn't tell you at all.
Damn, hold
It's
on.
so long since I've seen it, but it was a great movie, though. I enjoyed the hell out of Congo. It was a great movie. Talking gorilla, and it definitely had horror elements to it.
What was her name? I think she was a chick from no, it's not from Jurassic Park.
Are you allowed to say chick these days?
The actress's name?
Oh,
I'm on IMDb. Is it Laura Linney?
Yeah,
No.
Laura Linney.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody by using the word chick. I'm sorry.
No one that I recognize
Tim Curry.
offhand.
Yeah.
Hudson, Laura Linney.
Who's Mary Ellen Trainor?
Listen,
Hold on.
I know that name.
I don't know. I know the name.
I was born in Chicago. Notable characters.
What do you think, Will? You think you're going to watch the Clue animated series over on Fox?
Yeah, because I want to see if they add like Tim Curry's character in it. I want to see if they do him justice.
It said Clue was created all the way back in 1943, and it's still going strong.
Damn it! It was Colonel Mustard with the candlestick. Damn it! I remember that. No, I'm just...
It was Colonel Mustard in the conservatory with the lead pipe. Get it straight. All right.
Did you ever play the board game?
I still have the board game, and Slade loves it. We play it all the time.
You still have the board game?
Oh, yeah.
Slade gets so mad when he
Slade
loses.
gets so mad when he
gets
can't.
so mad. Especially if I win, he gets so mad.
Yeah, every time we play, Emily wins. So every time she wins, he's
Because
like,
I have a good poker face.
well, she won again. Here we go.
I have a good poker face. I don't give away what I have.
What a shock. I still do have some board games. Clue is one of them.
We have Sorry.
Sorry. Candyland.
Still want to get Battleship one of these days.
Trouble.
Battleship was fun back in the day.
Do you prefer Battleship over Battleshits?
I mean, as long as we're not in the same stall, you know, we're right next to each other, then maybe.
Yeah. Well, there's buttholes around. Will's in.
Of course. Got to do stuff to them. No, I'm just...
Hey, you know how it is. Hey, did you happen to see the trailer at all on Netflix for the new Biggie Smalls documentary coming out?
I have not. I'm not a big fan of like Biggie Smalls to begin with.
I'm not either, but I like documentaries. I used to like rap once upon a time, and I was into Biggie Smalls back in the day. I mean, he was one of the ones that had a story usually to his raps. But I would definitely check out the trailer to the documentary. It looks pretty good. I think it's just a movie. I don't think it's a show or anything.
I mean, I'd probably watch it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it's called I Got a Story to Tell.
I mean, didn't we go see Straight Outta Compton?
Yes, I love that movie. I still have it on I have the Steelbook Blu-ray, and phenomenal movie, phenomenal acting.
I swear, you know, it was weird. Like they didn't do it justice when they released it on TV. Like you have to watch the uncut version.
They had to cut it out so much.
Yeah, I was like, just rent the movie. Just rent the movie or
I
buy
will
it.
say it was quite an experience to see live in the theater.
Oh yeah.
The atmosphere and
You already know.
yeah, it was definitely something. The police were not favorites in that movie theater.
When are they ever, man? When are they ever?
Me and Will, do you remember? I don't remember what movie it was. I think it was a horror movie. You know, me and Will used to work in a movie theater together. And one time we go in there and we're looking around just to see, make sure nobody's in there that shouldn't be in there. And there's these fucking kids by the front of the screen laying on the floor trying to watch the movie. Just laying on the concrete floor, like chilled out, laid out, trying to hide so we didn't see them. They're just laying on the floor in front of the seats. Like, y'all know that they don't clean the floors in the movie theaters like ever.
No, they did. They mop them at the end of the night.
Yeah, at the end of the night, not in between though.
Yeah, and in between
That's what I mean.
Swept them up.
They sweep it, but they don't mop it. So all that sticky stuff, you're just literally laying in it.
I want to say that was with one of the Insidious movies that came out.
Was it Insidious?
It might have been. It was a rated R movie. I know that.
It was a rated R movie.
Because I'm pretty sure we had to kick them out.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I mean, we've had to kick out people who are doing it.
In the movie theater?
Yeah, in the movie theater.
During what movie?
Do you remember what movie it was? Was it the 50 Shades one?
That makes sense.
No, I remember. Okay, I remember one of the 50 Shades one. Didn't they find a vibrator?
They found several vibrators.
That's nasty.
Oh, Magic Mike was one of those too.
Oh, Magic Mike.
Good
I'm
time.
pretty sure one of them was still on and vibrating when we found it. It was like, he was humming. You got to scoop it up in your garbage thing.
Oh my god.
Because you don't want to turn it off, so now all you hear all night is vibrating. Well, you're not going to touch it. You don't know who it was in, you know? What?
That is true.
God forbid.
I mean, I don't know why you would bring that and how you snuck it past security, but all right.
You know how they stuck it in?
Oh, well. Damn, that's gross.
What security is there at movie theaters anyway?
Well, we were inside Universal Studios,
Yeah.
which actually had security.
Yeah.
Although it didn't have good security. Except when I threw that chair at Tom. They showed up real fast when I threw a chair at the manager. Then there was like 8 of them all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah, but they sent like the worst ones to come after you. They sent you like 2 little old ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember him calling me into the office to make sure you weren't going to be a problem.
They asked Will if I was going to come back and shoot them up or something.
Wow.
They're like, listen, we knew he threw a chair at us, but does he have any guns? Is he gonna be back here?
I should have played up with that. I'm like, yo, Randy's going home. He's going to go to shotgun. No,
That's not cool.
The police would have been at the door.
Will, they would have kicked in your door too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would have been home, not me. So no, just
Messed up. That's not true. I was probably out buying your mom a sandwich.
You know, my mom loves sandwiches though. No, just
It's because you got Wawa down there. Everybody loves sandwiches from Wawa. If I was by Wawa, I'd be getting a Philly cheesesteak right now.
If I was by Wawa, I'd be getting that strawberry chocolate chip.
Chocolate covered strawberry milkshake with a Philly cheesesteak.
Now, are you aware that they have a secret menu too?
No.
If you go to the screen, there's like the little goose on the corner. If you tap it like 3 times, it opens up a whole new menu.
What? We're
Damn.
moving to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need Wawa back in our life.
Like every once in a while, they'll put like discontinued stuff on there that they can still make.
That's
There's a whole lot of shit on there.
All we got to hear is Quick Trip, and it sucks. I mean, compared to Wawa,
It's not that bad.
Compared to Wawa, it sucks.
I mean, that's that one that's by your house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a fancy like racetrack.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like down here.
It's like if 7-Eleven wasn't run by, like, meth heads.
Hey, you worked for 7-Eleven, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't run it. I worked for meth heads. He was actually a hippie who hated drugs, actually.
What?
Yeah.
I think that was possible.
That was our news stories for the week, though. Sarah will be here next week to talk about Super Troopers, the 20-year anniversary. She'll give her thoughts on it before we jump into our new movie next week. You can find us on social media at Midnight Evil Pod, POD, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. What was that?
No, nothing.
Something about buttholes again?
No, I said I heard an animal, but yeah.
It's the cat. He's trying to clean his butt. You can find us on Anchor, YouTube, Facebook, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, wherever the fuck you're looking, we're probably there. Yeah.
What if they're looking on Pornhub? We're not on there.
Some of us might be.
Well, no, just the discussion for another day.
Our movie review of the Will's on there waxing buttholes and stuff.
Hey man, you got to make a living down here. No, just,
He's got an OnlyFans. You can find Will on OnlyFans at
I fucking wish.
Tomahawk Will.
I fucking wish. No, just,
Find him on OnlyFans at John Redcorn.
oh God, no.
Wait, since you're into buttholes, I think you could literally just use Big Mountain Fudge Cake. That could be a butthole thing.
I'm good, thanks. No, just,
You can find him at Tomahawk BMF at OnlyFans. Yeah.
that's
We're
where
going to jump into our 20-year anniversary here of Super Troopers. This is rated R. It's about an hour and 40 minutes long. Comedy. Distributed by Fox Searchlight Pictures. Production company was Broken Lizard.
Boo.
I think they also did Club Dread. Do you ever see Club Dread?
I know of the movie. I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't see Club Dread, right, Emily?
No.
You guys are slacking, man. Every time I bring up these old like 90s, 2000 movies.
It's a slack. It's one of those like freaking pothead movies. I'm sorry. Like I just let you call them a stoner movie. I just can't. Like I'm sorry.
I guess that's why I enjoyed it much more than you did this week. The production company was Broken Lizard, yeah. And the budget was about 1.5 to 3 million. Box office was only 23.2 million, though. Directed by Jay Chandrasekhar. I don't know how to pronounce it without offending anybody. So I'm just going to call him JC. Yeah. He also directed Club Dread, Beer Fest, and Super Troopers 2. Screenplay was written by the Broken Lizard comedy group, so all the guys from the movie, they all pitched in and wrote it. Starring JC, Kevin Heffernan, Steve Lemmy, just to name a few. Emily, do you remember when you first saw the movie at all? What your thoughts were, impressions?
I know I've seen this movie once before, but I don't remember it very much. I remember it being pretty funny. It was worth watching again, I'll say that.
I think that girl cop, Ursula, I swear she looks like the girl from Freddy Got Fingered. The one he beats in the legs with a cane.
What?
Oh, you don't remember that scene?
Will, you didn't watch Freddy Get Fingered?
She's handicapped, so she
I
can't
watched it.
feel anything in her legs.
It looks like
she
her.
wants him to just...
Yeah, but like the last time I saw that movie was like years ago, so I don't remember anything.
Well, you're going to watch it again coming up in April. I think
Let me get this out of the way now.
anniversary.
I'm a bitch. No, just
That's among the other things we got coming up. Will, do you remember when you first watched the movie? Like when you first discovered the movie, or what your initial thoughts were?
I want to say I saw it around. When was it? When did I see that movie? I know it was like late. It was like 2006 or 5. It was before I moved up to New York. I was dating somebody at the time. She wanted to watch it, and I was like, all right.
Was she a stoner?
Yeah. I can never get into the lifestyle.
The lifestyle?
To me, it was a lifestyle, man. I'm sorry, I can't. I got nothing against it. I support it all, but I just can't do it.
I understand how we're in 2021 and marijuana isn't decriminalized and fully legal at this point. I don't get it.
Because people just hate the fact of other people being happy.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is.
Because
I've been quite the fan of it, let's say, for over 20 years. And you know what I do when I smoke pot? I want to sit at home and just, eat some snacks and watch some TV. I don't think.
I can never understand why people hated it so much.
Yeah. And for people who have no appetite, it helps.
I would rather you smoke weed every day than smoke one cigarette a day.
You're safe on that one because I hate cigarettes.
I'd rather you smoke weed. Anyone who's
Personally,
like,
I'd rather eat weed, but yeah,
yeah,
hard to find good edibles these days.
yeah.
I wish they would just legalize it already. I don't know how in 2021 we're not fully legal.
Yeah.
I think down here we have medical marijuana, and that's as far as we've gotten.
Out here, medical marijuana isn't even legal.
And the surrounding states, it's all recreational legal.
Yeah, everywhere
so I
around
don't
here
get it.
has recreational marijuana, but here, not even medical.
That's bullshit.
I thought by this day, when we were kids, we thought by now, you'd be able to walk into the gas station and get a pack of joints.
Yeah.
I thought by
Yeah.
now it'd be illegal.
Oh yeah.
We're slacking in America these days, We ain't got no
Yeah,
stimulus. We ain't got no legalization.
Yeah, but I mean, like when I saw that movie, she was smoking pot. Like I think my biggest like joy of watching that movie was when like Linda Carter showed up.
Which one was she? The senator?
I think she was like very briefly in it. She was like a cameo in it. Just solely because I watched the original like Wonder Woman like growing up.
Oh, is that where she's from?
Yeah.
I knew the name, but I didn't remember where from.
Yeah, Linda Jean Cordova Carter. Did the Wonder Woman stuff.
I'm gonna say, I know I first saw this movie when it first came out, like all the way back in the day on DVD. I was working at Popcorn Video over there in Mastic, and yeah, I rented this movie and I thought it was awesome. I was sober when I first watched it, so that's not an excuse. I think it still holds up today. I think it's pretty funny. I think it was just as funny then as it is now. It's definitely a little drier.
I got nothing bad about the movie. It's just like, you gotta be in a mood to watch that movie.
You gotta be well medicated. It helps.
Apparently, it does. I'm not sure.
I guess
I might need to get on that.
I guess that's why it didn't hit with you as when you're sober. Watching people chug maple syrup is funny. But when you're medicated, watching people chug maple syrup is hilarious.
Okay, that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I found out that they tried to really they tried to do it with like iced tea. It didn't work out so well, so they actually chugged real syrup.
Well, yeah, because iced tea is all watery. Iced tea is what they use.
Yeah, but you can use that stuff
movie or TV show when they're drinking whiskey. That's just sweet tea.
No, I don't think it's always sweet tea.
From any experience I've ever seen or had.
Because like if you clearly can see the label, it's usually a product placement, so they kind of have to.
Yeah, but usually if it's in one of those like just glass carafes or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, you want a scotch? Nah.
Yo, scotch is disgusting. Okay, like,
Have you see people chugging vodka? That's just water.
Yeah.
They should be drinking their liquor more responsibly. Yeah.
Over some ice.
Emily, do you have a favorite character in the movie at all?
I think my favorite character would be Captain O'Hagan. Just because as the movie goes on and they're more and more concerned about losing their jobs, he gives less of a fuck about everything.
Yeah, when they get drunk,
Especially
he
when
gets
he
drunk
starts
with
drinking.
Brian Cox. Brian Cox is also the Johnny Knoxville's uncle in The Ringer. You ever see The Ringer, Will?
No, I don't think so.
You ever saw The Ringer?
Sorry.
Where he fakes being handicapped so he can try to win the Special Olympics.
No, I don't think I know.
Oh, Terry Funk's in it, Yeah, that's definitely a movie you should watch one day. If you get a chance, you should watch The Ringer. Emily, do you Sorry, just did that. Will, do you have a favorite character in the movie at all?
Not sure. I remember like the guy who played Rabbit was kind of funny, but that's about it.
I think mine was Farva.
Was Farlow?
Farva, the fat guy that they always pick on and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think he's just hilarious. I think he adds a well mix of comedy to the group.
He's unstable.
Well, you'd be unstable too if they were all picking on you.
Yeah.
I think they pick on him because he's
They pick on him because he's fat. You know damn well that they bully fat people in America. This is America.
Or because he was kind of stupid.
yeah, I was gonna say.
That's messed up. So they pick on him for being stupid. So they're picking on people for being fat and handicapped. Welcome to America. I hope you don't have anything wrong with you.
He was just
Hey,
stupid.
that was in the early 2000s. We were in a different time back then. No?
Emily, did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
Maybe not necessarily a favorite scene, but a favorite quote, maybe. Well, one of my favorite scenes actually is when they start drinking and they go over to the chief's house, Chief Grady,
Mm-hmm.
and Captain's like, "Look what I found! It's a 2x4," and he starts like swinging at the trees and stuff.
Will, did you have a favorite scene? Was it?
It's been so long since I like.
Was it when they were talking maple
no.
syrup?
There was one part that I really did enjoy. I just thought it was stupid because it was funny when Farmer starts asking for a liter of cola. I thought that shit was funny. I was like, a liter of cola, like
And then the cashier gets on the mic.
Don't spit in that burger. It's for a cop.
Yeah.
He says, "We have liter cola."
Do we have liter cola? Son of a bitch.
I don't know why. I just thought that was funny. I was like, okay.
I think my favorite scene is when the guy's like, "I love acid," turns around, cops.
Cops.
As somebody who's been on acid many times, okay?
That would be terrifying.
I can share a story. So the first time I did it, and I won't mention who I did it with in case they don't want me to. I did it with somebody else, and we thought we heard cop sirens outside. And we go outside, and they said, "There's a cop car." So we run inside the house and barricade ourselves in the room under the bedroom window, like peeking out, looking for cops.
I'm gonna jump in here because there was a cop car. It was me. I opened up the front door and I saw an undercover cop car drive by with the lights on, and I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, and we found ourselves pinned against the wall in the bedroom for like 2 hours until our roommates came home.
Okay, it just sounds like a coincidence that one was passing by. Like, what the fuck?
That's what I said.
You would think that when you're sober,
Yeah,
but when you're not, it's
Yeah.
a different story.
it's a different ball game. And it's a hell of a trip and a hell of a journey. Hell, we started doing it weekly every Sunday night. That was our thing.
Sunday night rituals.
Yeah, we made a Sunday night. We would do it. People would come over and we'd all just take a nice trip.
Wow.
On Halloween, there was like 8 of us.
Somebody, I won't mention a name, also partook in the journey. And
Yeah.
at one point, they went outside. No shirt, no shoes, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
They were gone.
disappeared?
They disappeared for at least an hour or two or so.
And then they came back with like a bag of chips.
half-eaten bag of chips. Said, "Oh, I was at 7-Eleven."
Wait,
So I don't know if they walked in their underwear and just grabbed a bag of chips. They don't remember how they got the chips either.
what the fuck?
Yeah. This isn't Halloween night. There was like 8
This
of
was
us.
Halloween night, yeah.
We turned off all the lights. I had these spooky lights going.
Yeah.
We had the music
You know-
on.
You know, it'd be hilarious to like give someone acid and put a GoPro on them to see what they do.
It was a hell of a trip. Quite a journey.
And like go
Would I
out there.
recommend it? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes.
I'll watch.
Absolutely. I recommend it. Yes.
That's why
Thumbs
we
up.
go to Oregon.
I want to see where you go. No,
Thumbs up it. Yeah.
I just remember I was watching a video of like this guy who put a GoPro on his cat. That shit was pretty funny. It's pretty fucking funny.
How do you put Velcro
That's what we
on a
need for our
That's
cat,
gonna
honestly, so we can see how he's knocking shit over off the fridge.
suck. Our cat comes to the fridge now and he's like, "Oh, this is yours." Push.
And we come home and found like cereal and stuff or whatever that was on top of the fridge on the floor,
Yeah.
plastic ripped open.
Now you can put stuff down on the counter so they won't jump on it, like aluminum foil or like tape or some shit like that. They hate that.
It's messed up.
I'm just kidding. I'm not really.
I was like, if you're gonna put thumbtacks, you might as well slam the cat into it.
Body slam.
Might as well.
You hit him with the Michinoku driver.
If you could do that to a cat, that'd be pretty badass.
And then you gotta pop out of nowhere and go, good God almighty, he's broken in half. They're trying to kill him. As God is my witness. It's gonna be a slobber knocker. Watch out.
Oh, God.
So, Will, you've seen it. You were here. I have a wall, and it's got a shit ton of Impractical Joker stuff, like the whole wall.
I remember.
Every single night, without missing a beat, he jumps up somehow on top of the cabinet and knocks down the same one hat every single day.
I don't know how he reaches it either, because
Just the same hat.
Recently moved up higher on the wall.
Yeah, I moved it up a good 6 to 8 inches, and he knocked down only that hat again. Even though there's other things that hang lower. Just that hat. Just that one hat.
Is there anything hanging off the hat?
Nope.
I don't remember.
It's just like a regular trucker hat. It's just a blue and white Impractical Joker's hat from the cruise.
He doesn't like trucker hats.
Maybe he likes the color.
Maybe he hates the color blue. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or he just doesn't like trucker hats.
He probably heard that song back in the day, the song Blue, you know.
Oh, God.
Now he just hates it.
What? Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da?
Yeah, that one.
That's a good ass song.
Yeah. Between that and the Scat Man, I don't know who.
Oh, God.
Those are terrible.
Just get like a laser pointer and hang it from the ceiling on a string.
Yesterday I had him running around for like a half hour chasing laser pointer. I started putting it up on the walls. He was jumping.
This shit is hilarious.
I was trying to tire him out because I was trying to work on some stuff for the podcast, and he's running around like a madman. And then he gets the dog all worked up.
Yeah. And the dog just started this thing where she's chewing on clothes now.
Yeah.
She never used to do this. She never chewed on shoes or nothing.
Yeah.
Now she started. She grabbed a pair of his socks out from a drawer.
Yeah. She took it out of the drawer and like they were just sitting by where she lays.
Wait, so she just goes into your room and just grabs it?
No, she sleeps in there.
Well, she sleeps in the room at night.
Oh. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and now she's starting to chew on things out of nowhere.
Huh. I mean, you might have to get her something just to chew on, like a rubber bone or some shit like that.
She's got a bunch of toys.
She brings a toy with her in the room every night. She'll bring it in there.
Maybe she likes the taste of your feet, Randy. No,
that makes sense.
They were clean socks, though.
If I'm sweating a lot, they probably taste like Mountain Dew. So.
What if you wake up to her licking your toes?
That'd be creepy.
I mean, if you're asleep and she comes in the room to wake you up, like, she will lick your face.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's okay, though. I'd rather lick my face than my toes.
She'll wake me up at night half the time when I'm sleeping. She'll come over and start sniffing my fucking face. I'm like, what are you doing?
Push an angel like little baby son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't let Daisy sleep on my bed anymore. She has to sleep in between my legs.
That's messed up. That was her spot. For anybody who doesn't know, Will has a teacup chihuahua named Daisy. It can literally fit in the palm of your hand. When I first met him, he would literally carry Daisy around in his shirt pocket. Like,
she's so tiny.
Now, as tiny as she is, she used to somehow find a way to jump up on like a kitchen table and grab your entire steak.
She's quick, man. She'll figure that shit out.
Hey, good luck getting it from her. I'd rather go out and buy a new steak and try to get it from her. She'll bite.
She bit me one time. I had wings and she took one of them and I tried to get it back. She bit me.
Yeah, see?
I was like, okay, you little shit.
I ain't messing with these. I don't care how small she is. She's got a bite.
And you know, it's funny because like before she likes to fall asleep, she likes to lick whatever skin is available. So if you're not paying attention, she likes to lick like your thigh. I'm like, whoa, hold on, back the fuck up, man. That's not for you.
Because she'll lick your leg or your arm, and then she'll lay on that spot or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm just like, not down there, not down there.
Yeah. No. So what did you think of the movie, Emily? Did you like the movie overall? Did you like the ending of the movie? What did you think of the ending?
I thought the ending was pretty funny. I like how they had the same kids from the beginning of the movie. And I like the whole front. It was different from the flower delivery this time. It was a beer keg delivery.
Did you notice the beer, Will, was Saint Anky? It was literally stanky beer.
Yeah.
It was Saint Anky. As we were watching it this time, I'm like, does that say stanky beer?
Stanky beer.
Wasn't it because they couldn't get the license to use any of the other beers and stuff?
Probably.
Yeah.
But that is just because they were undercover and they just tried to make up one up. So
Oh,
cheap, fast. So it's funny, stanky beer.
at that point, just use O'Doul's. It's crap anyway. No, just
What would be your favorite beer, Will? What would you say if you had to pick one?
Guinness.
Guinness. Oh my God, I'm Irish and I hate that shit.
I don't know why. I've been a fan of it.
Oh, I can't do it.
Now I'll drink Guinness, but if I had to pick a different beer, it was like the Kona Longboard.
Okay,
I
that's
like
better than
those.
Guinness.
I
Emily,
like
do you have a favorite beer?
I haven't really had a lot of beer. The closest thing to beer I've had recently is Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade.
Oh,
That's only because that's Bud Light.
I hate seltzer. I hate lemonade.
You know, I thought I would hate it, but it's really not that bad, honestly.
At that point, just drink water.
Yeah. I guess my favorite beer would probably be Killian's Irish Red.
When was the last time you had it?
Since I was in New York. Sam 76.
That's where, like,
I like that one too. You ever have Sam 76?
I did, yeah.
I like that. I really like that one.
That one's actually way better than the regular Sam's. Like, I'm sorry, like.
Yeah. And what's
Have
the
you
other
tried
one? Legan something? Legenheimers or something?
Legan Kugel or some shit like that?
What's that? They got a berry shandy. You ever had the berry one? Oh,
I haven't tried the.
here,
was
you
it
can't find it
in
anywhere. Here, it's only like the summer or the winter shandy, and
Yeah, in January I went to a ale house and they had a Hershey's damn, what's that fucking beer? It was like a Hershey's stout beer and it was fucking delicious. It was from a brand I'm not like a big fan of. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
But it
I don't know if
was
I
actually pretty good.
Flavored beer.
And dude, that's what I tried.
It's nothing you write home about usually. It's usually really bitter. It's like pumpkin beer. You ever have pumpkin
Dude.
beer? It's like really bitter.
No, I have not. No. Really?
Pumpkin beer. It's like get a draft pumpkin beer if you're gonna get it, because usually they'll salt the rim with like brown sugar.
Okay.
It's away from the bitterness. Yeah, usually if you get pumpkin beer, it's incredibly bitter.
I gotta try it. I tried a toasted coconut beer like at this one place. It was really good because they do the same thing. They take like they rim the glass with like toasted coconut flakes.
I would try that.
It's pretty good. I was like, that's right. Class up my beer for me, please.
I'm looking forward to the fall again and fucking summer at this point. Give me summer. I'll take 90 degrees at this point.
You say that now, but come 90 degrees,
I could put an AC
Say
on.
that now.
you can't cool outside.
Yeah,
That's true. But
I've
90,
always been that kind of person. Who doesn't have to be.
Right now.
90 degrees is better than negative 30. Will, would you prefer hot over cold?
Yeah, when you're inside though. Look, I've lived in Florida, so all I know is hot.
That's true.
I'll take cold for a couple years.
All right. Well, we're waiting here when you're ready.
No. Buy another car, man.
Will, what did you think of the movie? What did you think of the ending? Did you like it? Did you?
It was alright. Not a big super fan of it, but it was alright.
I liked it. I liked the beer delivery part. I like the. I love acid cops. Oh. I thought it was pretty good.
Like, if cops really acted that way, we'd be in a better place right now.
Yeah, hell yeah. Would you recommend the movie at all, Emily? Would you watch it again?
I would watch it again. I'd recommend it if you were looking for a comedy.
What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle?
I'd give it a thumbs up.
Will, what do you think? Would you watch it again? Would you recommend it?
I mean, eventually I'm gonna go back and rewatch it, but I mean, I do give it a thumbs up. It was pretty funny.
Thumbs in the middle. What do you think?
I'll give it a thumbs up.
I would. When I watched it again, probably had to not be sober. I enjoy the movie. It's not one of my favorites. It's not one of the greatest. I'd probably give it a thumbs in the middle, honestly. I recommend it if you're looking for a good comedy, but I think it is really dry at times and slow. I mean, I like it, but I'd recommend it.
Now, if you had to recommend,
Next time I watch it.
now if you had to recommend a comedy right now, what would you recommend?
A comedy movie, is that what you said?
Yep.
Well, I just watched Father the Bride last night, so I guess I'll go with that one. I love that movie. I'm going to watch the sequel later when I'm done with some editing here.
I saw that you posted that on Facebook.
Can you go wrong with Steve Martin? I don't think so.
Of course not. Hey, then why'd you give me shit for like Three Amigos? He's in that one.
Yeah, but Chevy Chase is in it, and he's just awful.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Just...
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Fletch as a cowboy, right? Will, did you see
a great cowboy.
Did you see Super Troopers 2 at all?
I want to say I've seen it, but I honestly don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch it.
Emily, did you see the sequel at all?
I don't think so. If I did, I don't recall it.
I saw the sequel. I think they're in Canada, most of it. I definitely would not recommend the sequel. It's not as good. It's the entire cast. I think they just tried to remake the first movie, just change the scenery, and I don't know. I think the first one's way better than the second one. This is bad.
Weren't they all Canadian Mounties in that movie?
Yeah, I think so. It's not a bad movie. It's not very different than this one, than the original. And that was the problem I had with it. It wasn't bad. It's just more of the same, I guess is the way I can put it. I love in the beginning. They were all driving around, smoking weed. I don't know how many times we did that living in New York. I'm sorry. And he gets pulled over. Got to eat all the weed and the shrooms. Yeah, I've been there. It sucks. It's not fun. I know, me personally, one time we got pulled over and the cop says, "Let me get your license," and take the license out. And as I'm handing the cop my license, all I can see in my wallet where my license was a bunch of acid.
Yeah, but come on, those are breath.
You forgot it was in my wallet. Like,
yeah, I don't know why you would keep that in your wallet.
Well, you don't want to lose your pants. Yeah. Get in your skin. Put it in the cigarette cellophane that you put it in your wallet. Take the cigarette pack, the cellophane.
Yeah.
And you put it in there, you know?
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I found a box of cigarettes one time.
Yeah.
Like, I found it at Regal, well, the theater I was at, like, earlier. And I was like, I'm going to throw these out. And good thing I didn't. There was $50 in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
People keep money in those things sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, I guess that's the money that they used to buy another pack or whatever. But
$50? Yeah, I guess cigarettes are about $50 a pack now, right?
I mean, I don't know how much they cost now, but I mean, that was a great $50.
$50 a pack. Then it'll get everybody to stop fucking smoking cigarettes.
Now, it's funny because I think the guy came back for it. I had already thrown it out.
He said, "Did anybody see my cancer laying around here?"
Nope.
Yeah, I driving around in the car with illegal drugs or driving around while smoking weed is probably one of the most terrifying things you can do.
Yeah, only
my friend is pulled over to roll up.
Yeah.
On the side of the road, and I'm like, this is not smart right now.
Yeah.
At least you guys have a bunch of like woods and shit you can go do that in.
It's just not it's not always the funnest situation to be in.
I figured. But granted, this country is like one of the only ones you can't do that. There's countries out there where you can go and smoke weed all day.
Yeah.
You can do heroin and not get in trouble.
I remember actually being in the city. I want to say I was on the BQE going into Queens. And that's when I was working at the carnival. And my boss was drinking. He had a pint of Smirnoff vodka in between his legs. And he's chugging it. And a van pulls up next to us, and they're staring him down. And he takes the bottle and he toasts them. And he chugs it. And then all you see is the van slow down and get behind you, and it was a cop car. He toasted the cop car, and they got behind us and pulled over. He's drinking, I'm smoking, I'm like, oh fuck.
Hey, that was a very gentleman thing to do, man. You got to toast a gentleman, man.
He toasted the cops and chugged. They watched him drink and drive.
I mean, did he chug all of it before they got to him?
The funny part was, they were just like, can you drive? I was like, I'm 13. They were like, can you drive? I'm like, yeah. They were like, get him the fuck out of here. We don't want to do this paperwork. And they just let us leave. I didn't have a license or anything. I was 13.
You were a child.
He said, can you drive? I said, yeah. All right, get him the fuck out of here. Huh.
Jesus.
I guess it's better than doing that paperwork, huh? You know, the problem was, we were pulled over, and we couldn't pull over any further. We were already pulled over.
Really?
See, he didn't watch the whole movie, so he doesn't know what I'm talking
That
about.
happened in the very beginning.
It happened in like the very beginning
I'm
of.
sorry, I don't remember that movie. I'm sorry.
You're killing me.
There's
With.
certain scenes I remember. That's about as far as I go. It just
Do you
wasn't a good
remember
movie.
when they pulled the guy over and they're trying to see how many times he can say meow?
Vaguely.
The cop that's trying to say meow like 10 times. And the guy who pulled over was Jim Gaffigan. He's like, I'm sorry, are you saying meow? I don't remember which cop it was, but I also remember one of them saying something like, oh, I hate to break up the honky convention. Those racist bastards.
What the fuck?
That is messed up, that's all I'm saying. And they seized like 150 kilos of marijuana. That looked like heaven.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if I had a pile of marijuana behind me that big, I ain't leaving the house ever again.
We gotta leave the house.
Cop is just smoking weed and watching cartoons, because that's what they were doing.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
If that's all it takes to be a cop, you can sign me up. And then I can pull people over and say, license and registration, chicken fucker.
God damn, dude.
Emily, was there anything else about the movie that you liked? Anything else?
There's kind of a twist, or at least you're not really expecting it when they follow the soap truck for the second time around.
Yeah.
And they find the cops in on the drug deal.
I don't think that's big of a twist. I don't think cops doing...
Not necessarily a huge twist, but I wasn't expecting it.
Cops dealing illegal drugs, I don't think it's a big twist these days.
No.
Sorry, officers. I liked when the cop peed on the guy's car.
That was pretty messed up.
The cop was drunk and he just pees on the guy's car while he's writing the ticket. Can you imagine trying to tell that story to other people?
Hey, look, I can tell a story about you trying to pee on the bartender's car.
I did no such thing.
I have footage of it.
Interesting story.
We were outside a bar and I was peeing in the snow, and Will pushed me, and my pee accidentally hit. Okay, none of these facts are true, but you don't have to let that.
It was so messed up too because she had given us extra shots for free and stuff.
Well, I was drunk. I clearly wasn't doing it out of spite.
Are you sure about that? No.
I was doing it because I was hammered. Hey, speaking of almost peeing on things you shouldn't, all right? Hear me out. I know it sounds a weird way to start a sentence. You ever be peeing and the cat just comes in the bathroom? I'm peeing last night, and this motherfucker pops up between both my legs and tries to look in the toilet, and I was pissed all over his head.
Yeah, but that would have been funny.
He's like, what's going on here? I'm like, will you get... Like, he came between my legs, in between my pants and the floor. I was like, what's going on here? So I didn't even see him, just... And then he's just going to turn his whole head around and look at me. And now I'm trying not to pee on his face.
No, I mean, you know, the dogs that I got here, if I don't close the door completely, they'll just kind of bump the door open and just stand inside while you're taking a shit.
Yeah.
It's still awkward.
Yeah, our dog will do that too. She'll just kind of come in there and watch you go to the bathroom. She's like, "What's going on in here?"
Kind of weird. Like I'm
But
trying
if I
to
get her to go to the other bathroom, then she knows she's getting a bath. She ain't going near that other bathroom.
think.
She'll run. If I call her down there and open that door, she'll be like, "Nope, fuck that." She knows better. All right, I think that's all we got this week for Super Troopers. I know we're rambling on a lot, guys. I'm sorry. You know what it is? Sarah's not here to take control.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
she's
because Super Troopers sucked.
she's like our mom. She keeps us in check.
That's right. I'm just running wild. Buttholes here, buttholes there. No, I'm just...
Sarah will give her opinion on Super Troopers next week. But speaking of next week we're going to cover the 10-year anniversary. We're going to be covering Take Me Home Tonight. I love this movie. I love everything about it. I just watched it a couple of weeks ago, just for fun. Chris Pratt, Topher Grace, Anna Faris, Dan Fogler. It's set in the 80s, so you got a killer soundtrack.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it more. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. So next week you know what we're talking about. But that's all I got this week. Will, thank you for joining us again. Emily, thank you for joining us. Sarah, if you're listening, we miss you, and we'll see you next week. And next week for the Taking You Back podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you.